Hello everyone, welcome again in today's my class. In today's class, in this video we will discuss topic about the sense of collective belonging. We have our history chapter to nationalism in India. Okay, so let's start this video with with this topic. Topic is the sense of collective belonging. So nationalist movement spread when people belonging to different religions and communities being to develop a sense of collective belongingness. The identity of a nation is most often symbolized in a figure or image. So, nationalism, as we know, spread when people feel common sense among themselves. This happens when they believe that they belong to the same nation. But the question arises that how the people from different communities who have different beliefs, languages, and culture will come together to make the idea of nation a reality. Well, this sense of collective belonging came due to some reasons, like through their experience of united struggle or because of the variety of cultural uh, processes through which nationalism captured people's imagination, history and fiction, folk songs and folk dance, popular prints and symbols play a vital role in making the nationalism. The identity of a nation is generally symbolized in the form of a figure or image. So, this image of Bharat Mata was first created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in 1817 when he wrote Vande Mataram for our motherland. Indian folk songs and folk sang by Brits played in an important role in making the idea of nationalism. In Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore and in Madras, uh, Natishar Sastri collection of folk tales and songs which led the movement for folk revivals. So the identity of the nation is generally symbolized in the form of a figure or image. This helps in creating an image with which people can relate. So, in the 20th century, as the nationalism was growing in our country, the identity of Indian came to be visualized as Bharat Mata. To start with, it was Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay who created the image through his poem Vande Mataram. He wrote this poem in 1870, in which he wrote a hymns for his motherland. Later, this poem was added in his Anand Mat and was widely sang during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal. Later, Abhindranath Tagore painted an image of Bharat Mata. So, during the Swadeshi movement, a tricolor red, green, and yellow flag was designed in Bengal. It had eight lotuses representing eight provinces and a crescent moon representing Hindus and Muslims. Means creating a feeling of nationalism was through reinterpretation of history. The nationalist writers urged the readers to take pride in India's great achievements in the past and struggle to change the miserable conditions of life under British rule. So, later Rabindranath Tagore painted an image of Bharat Mata. He painted her as an a- Asiatic. She looks calm, divine, and spiritual. In following years, Bharat Mata was painted into different forms. Different artists painted her in their own way. The painting was circulated in popular prints. Soon, the devotion to this mother figure came to be seen as evidence of one's nationalism. The idea of nationalism not only developed with the female depiction of India but also through the Indian folklores. During the late 19th century, many nationalists began the collection of various folk songs, folk tales, and legends that were sang in villages across India. They did this in order to preserve their folk tradition, which was the original culture of India, which was damaged by the outsiders. Various prominent figures felt it as a need for an hour to preserve the folklore in order to restore a sense of pride in one's past. In Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore began collecting blades, nursery rhymes, and myths, and in Madras, Natesa Sastri published a massive four-volume collection of Tamil folk tales. The folklore of southern India. Both of them were of the view that the folklore in the true demonstration of the pupil's real thoughts and characteristics. In the later years, as the national movement developed, various nationalist leaders chose symbols or icons to generate the feeling of nationalism and unification among the Indians. For instance, during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, a tricolor flag, red, green, and yellow, was designed. The flag had eight lotuses, which represented the eight provinces of British India. It also had a concerned moon that was used to represent the Hindus and Muslims. So even Gandhiji also designed a Swaraj flag. His flag was also tricolor, having red, green, and white, with a spinning wheel in its center. The spinning wheel represented the Gandhian ideals of self-help. During those days, carrying a flag during the poster or march symbolized the resistance against the British rule. Another idea which was used to create a feeling of nationalism was our own past. Example is that is our history. Many of the Indians began feeling that to instill a sense of pride in the nation, Indian history had to be thought about differently, as we all know that Britishers saw Indians as backward and incompetent to govern themselves. Therefore, various writers started writing about the glorious Indian past. They wrote about the development that took place in the past in various categories such as architecture, science and mathematics, religion and culture, law and philosophy, crafts and trade, etc. They explained how our glorious past declined with the coming of the colonial rule in our country. The writers urged the readers to struggle in order to bring back the glory of our country and to end the oppressive British rule in India. The various efforts made to unify people were also somehow got connected with the uh, controversies. It was so because when the past was glorified, it was connected with the Hinduism. Even the images were also drawn from Hindu iconography. Therefore, the people from other communities felt left out. So here your in today's video all content are completed. I hope you all understood very well. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.